Good morning and welcome to our class. Today we are going to look at food and beverage service equipment. It is a unit for diploma module 2 in tourism management. So first of all, we look at introduction, and we are saying that our customer will always have a first impression of any area that they go to. And when they come to a restaurant or a place, they first of all look at the atmosphere that will be created by the furnishings and the equipment that have been selected for that particular place. Therefore, they contribute a lot to the success of our food and beverage service area. And we have to carefully select these items in terms of the shape, design, and the color, depending on the organization and what it offers. So, we look at the points to consider when purchasing service equipment. We look at the following. First of all, the budget. Are there enough money? Is there enough money? Are there funds to purchase the equipment that is needed? And then the flexibility of use. It should be something that the equipment should be something that can be used by anyone. The type of customers we serve dictates the equipment that we will have, because if we have clients who want fine dining, it means we have to have fine dining equipment. And the ease of maintenance is an important aspect as well, because we have to look at how we can maintain equipment when it needs repairs or maintenance. The space that is available for storage is also an important factor, because you cannot bring in a big piece of equipment to a small and squeezed room, because it would fit. And then the standard of the restaurant, if it is just a small one, it needs less equipment as compared to the standard that has fine dining options, will require a lot of space to sit, to serve, and the type of equipment will also be of high quality. The type of service being offered, we look at the service styles. Is it a table service? Is it a silver service, or any other type of service that may be done by the establishment? We have the decor and the theme of the restaurant. They also determine the equipment. For example, in a Chinese restaurant, you find that there is use of chopsticks. So the theme is with the Chinese, the way the color, the lights, and all those. So the theme must come out when also you're purchasing equipment for the sake of the customer. We also have in detail now the service equipment. First of all is furniture, whatever that the client or the people being served will sit on, the chairs, the tables, and also we have storage for the cups, or storage for any other service equipment that may be small. And then you have the linen, which includes all the linen items to be used for service, the tables that cover the tablecloths that cover the tables, the table napkins for service, the trolley clothes for the trolleys that are being used, and sideboard clothes for covering the sideboards. We also have service clothes or waiters' clothes to be used by the waiters when they serve. And then we have chinaware made of silica, soda, and china clay. This is an example of equipment also that we find. We have the coffee cups, the side plates, the tea saucers as examples. And then we have the glassware. These are made of raw materials that are silica and soda ash. We have the glasses used for juices, for the beer, for the wine, and many more types of glasses that are used in the hotel. We also have a way of handling glassware. We make sure that we never stack them together, because we risk breaking them all. And then we make sure that we don't use them for any other thing but for serving drinks and desserts, because when you put in hot water in such a glass, automatically it cracks, because it can't hold the level of temperature that you're putting on it. And then we use the glass rack most of the time. It's supposed to be used for holding the glassware to be able to store them appropriately. And then you have the tableware, anything that is found on the table in terms of flatware, cutlery, and hollowware. So flatware are those that are found on the table. We have the teaspoons, we have the fish forks, we have the dessert spoons and forks. These are what we use for setting up the tables. We also have cutlery that we also include in the setup, including the table knives, the bread knives, the joint knives, and all types of knives that are used for the service. And then hollowware are those that are used to store liquids. For example, tea, we have the teapots, the milk jugs, the trays for storage, and then we have the water jugs used for serving water. Other equipment that is found in the hotel, you have the ovens, which are compartments for heating, baking, or drying. And for the care, we make sure we wipe the enamel parts with a dry soft cloth. We wipe spills immediately that they occur, and we do not dry or cook on it is. We don't like burn ourselves. Remember to turn off the gas first before you dry. Clean the oven. We have cookers that we use for cooking, and at the same time also we make sure that we handle them with care by making sure we clean them after cooking is done to keep them long lasting, and we make sure we switch off the socket after use. We have deep fat fryers that we use for frying uh, anything that needs to be fried in the oil. So we make sure that before we change the oil, it has cooled down, and we switch off the fire or the heat at the socket before you put in, you clean it or you drain the oil that has been used for cooking. We also have electric food mixers that we use them to mix the food, and they come in handy when you have a large quantity of food to prepare. We also have the meat slicing machine used for cutting meats into or cutting the bones when you want to prepare dishes that will have meat on bone. We also have knives, different types of knives that are there, like the kitchen knife, the table knife, the joint knives. And with the knives, we be careful on how we handle them, because we're not supposed to mix them together with other equipment in the sink to avoid risking having cuts. We make sure we store them correctly in a place that is visible to everyone, and we make sure that we use the right knife for the right purpose, and we don't store them on the edges to prevent accidents in the kitchen. We have refrigerators that we use for storing food stuff, beverages, the cheese, whatever that we need to store in the fridge. So they come in handy also when you want to keep something cold. For those beverages that are served cold, it also comes in. And we make sure that we buy the right type of refrigerator depending on the type of service we want. And then we have the coffee makers used for making coffee. They come in different sizes as per the establishments, and those that are specializing in coffee will have the coffee machines that are bigger and are used to make the different types of coffee. That's all for the day, and have a good day.